Can you tell me what the role of face masks is? We keep seeing people wearing face masks. How important are they?
I think face masks are really important for protecting healthcare workers, because we need our workforce to be available to provide the care that families, the elderly and potentially children will need in hospitals. So I think that you want to make sure that those who are continuously exposed to someone who has the virus have that level of protection. I think that face masks are useful for someone who has got symptoms to try and protect their loved ones and those around them. I think face masks prevent the infected person from potentially transmitting the virus, and it also protects those who are providing care. Whether each of our houses needs to have a face mask, I think probably not. I think that the best advice is around cough etiquette and hand hygiene. So washing your hands with soap and water after all coughs, sneezes, exposures to snot is really critical, and upping our opportunities to remember to wash our hands regularly is probably more important than necessarily thinking about face masks.
And does it have to be with special stuff that you get for washing your hands?
So whether it's alcohol or whether it's soap and water, I think we all have soap and water in our homes, right, and there's plenty of it at most public places in terms of public bathrooms, and so I think using soap and water is demonstrated to kill the virus. So it's absolutely okay to wash your hands with soap and water. But on those sort of occasions where you're on your way out, you're at the playground and you don't have access to soap and water, then an alcohol gel is probably a reasonable thing to have available.
But don't panic if you can't find any, because there's still soap and water. Okay, that's important. Are there any other tips you've got around protecting your family and decreasing the risk of something nasty happening?
I think also thinking about the way in which we cough and sneeze is really important, and a lot of daycare centres and schools have educated our kids about how to do that well, and to cough or to sneeze into the elbow rather than into the hand. So by doing it into your elbow like this, I guess you're stopping your hands from being contaminated. So I think that's something that's really important, and parents can start to make sure their kids are already doing that, or they may well have the benefit of a daycare or someone else has already trained their children to do that. I know in the school setting it's strongly encouraged. So I think hand washing, the way in which we cough, and now that we know we're going into influenza season, making sure that as many people as possible who are recommended to get the influenza vaccine receive it, and it may well be that other families whose children are not on the recommended list still choose to vaccinate their kids to prevent influenza, because that will not prevent COVID-19 in your child, but it will avoid that situation where your child's got a runny nose and a cough and a fever. Which is it? What's going on? And are they safe to mingle with other people? So I think it helps for those things as well.